the second session for today. How RHA can benefit in flexibility and enrichment of the curriculum from NAAC and OBE perspective. This session is going to be delivered by Dr. Jose James, who was a former registrar with MG University and also a NAAC peer team member. A few description about Dr. Jose James. He has held position as Director and Dean of International Universities and Colleges in India, UAE, Rwanda, and Maldives. He was also the chairman and member of several boards, committees of UGC, AIU, and many universities and colleges. Resource person for national and international conferences and FTPs in the topics like NEP, accreditation, etc. He was a registrar of Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam, and also the registrar of International University of Rwanda. He has served as Dean Academic of Royal College of Applied Science and Technology, Ras Al Khaimah, UAE, and also the Director for University Teaching Department of Physical Education and Sports Director of Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam, Kerala, and also the Director College Development Council, DCDC of MG University. He is also acted as a member of several boards, committees of UGC, AIU, etc., and also as a NAAC peer team member. Currently, he is serving as the Director for LEC Marine College, Marine Research Center Planning and Development, Marine College, Kuttikaram, Autonomous, Kerala. He is also the consultant of our group of education institutions, UAE and India, and also the Chairman, Education Commission, Archipalki of Kottayam. That's the description for Dr. Jose James. Over to you, sir.
Some of my views about NAAC accreditation process, and also the benefit of NAAC accreditation process for the colleges and all. We have had a very elaborated discussion about what is Red Hat Academy and the advantages of Red Hat Academy and all. Well, it was a very elaborate one, and I think from that talk itself, we know the importance of NAAC, the importance of Red Hat Academy in the place of NAAC and other initial activities associated with the colleges. Anyway, we have some specific advantages, which I will elaborate a little bit in my sessions. Now, as all of you know, all the colleges are supposed to accredit under the NAAC by the year 2022. And now we have only hardly 1 year left. I don't know, because of the pandemic situation, whether they will give us some more time. But anyway, as per the present situation, now the deadline given by the NAAC is 2022. That means only just 1 more year. And only hardly 30% of the colleges, especially, of course, in Kerala, we have many colleges, but in many other states, very few colleges have come up with the NAAC accreditation, and many more colleges have to come. And also, our self-financing colleges, many self-financing colleges are now trying to become NAAC accredited. And also, as you know, this NIRF, National Institution Framework, that also is a very important area, whereas higher education is concerned. For that also, most of the colleges are trying, and we are happy that some of the colleges in Kerala or in South India have got very high grades in NIRF also. And as we all know, the national education policy, the new national education policy, which has already come in effect, is also an important milestone, the development of higher education in India. There are a lot of changes. I should say that drastic changes are going to take place in Indian education scenario in the next couple of years, or at the most in 5 to 10 years. So by 2030, Indian education will have a different phase than what we see right now. So all these things based on OBE also, NAAC or NIRF or National Education Policy, all aim at outcome-based education. We want outcome-based education. What we were teaching when I was a young student, what we were teaching is only some knowledge imparting, and that's all. The outcome aspect was neglected. Now the outcome is more important in the higher education setup, and we are all aiming for outcome-based education. So whatever it may be in NAAC or outcome-based education or NIRF or national education policy, the the underlying principle is quality. The quality is the defining element in higher education in India through a combination of self and external quality evaluation, promotion, and sustenance initiatives. So whatever we do in higher education now has to focus on quality. And quality. That's only standalone word, whereas all the innovations that's taking place in the field of higher education in India, not only in higher education, even in school education also, the quality has given a lot of importance. Now this NAAC mission and other states, I don't want to go into details because most of the participants are from colleges, and I'm sure you all know about all those things. But whatever it may be, it's an effort, it's a joint effort for the improvement of higher education system in India. As I told you, quality concern is more important. That's everywhere. Whatever we suggest, even in NAAC or NIRF, NAPA, whatever it may be, quality is the concern. So for that, we have to upgrade the institutions in terms of better design and implementation of curriculum, and improving teaching, learning, and evaluation aspects, and more focus on research, publication, extension, and its outcome, and the quality infrastructure, high-tech classrooms with ICT-enabled activities, then well-maintained campus, etc. Then well-equipped and automated libraries, labs, student amenities, all those things. Then more student-centric propositions for an outcome-based education system. Then best practices, many more. Of course, it's there. Then integrity and reliability of the system also. So whatever it may be, whatever we do in our education has to focus on quality, that too with a lot of innovations and modifications in the present system. For that, I'm sure the Red Hat Academy, what we have heard from Mr. Ramesh Padmanabhan, we can do a lot of things in our regular upgradation of the higher education activities in our colleges and schools and colleges. Well, in the NAAC criteria one, so we'll go a little bit criteria-wise, how far and this Red Hat Academy initiatives or their programs can benefit us in our NAAC accreditation process. Of course, it's all based on the NAAC criteria and the NAAC SOP, standard operating procedures, and the key indicators. And this is also applicable to the NIRF as well as the National Education Policy also. So the criteria one is basically the curricular aspects. The curricular aspects, we have 4 indicators, that is curriculum design and development, curriculum planning and implementation, then academic flexibility, curriculum enrichment, and feedback system. In all these 3, all the 4 elements, Red Hat Academy can contribute. However, in the academic flexibility and in the curriculum enrichment, Red Hat Academy programs can definitely help us in the diversity and academic flexibility, career orientation, multi-skill development, then feedback system and involvement of stakeholders and all those things. Red Hat Academy can definitely help us in a very big way. Then in the academic planning, in the curriculum itself, we have a strategic planning, course plan, teaching plan, program architecture and logic, then add-on, certificate and additional programs, then curriculum feedback for stakeholders. All this area, Red Hat Academy programs can be beneficial for the colleges to achieve the better score in the NAAC or in the NIRF and all those things. To be very specific, NAAC Criteria 112 is the number of certificate diploma programs introduced during the last 5 years. Definitely, if we can introduce some of the Red Hat programs, this will be an added advantage for us for the NAAC accreditation. Then, of course, criteria 1.2.3. Then the average percentage of students enrolled in subject-related certificate diploma programs, add-on programs, as against the total number of students last 5 years. So if we can enroll maximum number of students in such programs, we will definitely can score 10 weightage points. Then also the same way, 1.3.2, number of value-added courses imparting transferable and life skills offered in last 5 years. This area definitely Red Hat Academy can help us in a very big way. Then of course in NAAC criteria 2 also there are about seven key indicators. That 7 key indicators are, as you know, is a student enrollment. Of course, Red Hat Academy may not have much role in that, but catering to the student diversity, then teaching learning process, then student performance and learning outcomes, then student satisfaction survey. All this area, Red Hat Academy can contribute in a big way for our SSR preparation and also in our way forward for the NAAC accreditation. So for that purpose, application of ICT resources, that hands-on Linux curriculum will definitely help us. Then adapt innovations in teaching, learning, and assessment. Of course, now with the coming of outcome-based education, even the word assessment itself is replaced. Even the word evaluation is replaced by assessment. So now it's assessment. Assessment can be made on the basis of so many parameters and criteria and benchmarks. So in this area also, this Red Hat programs can help us in a very effective manner. Then, of course, student evaluation, that's OBE, mapping and all, student performance appraisal, then faculty improvement program, and staff improvement program. So the faculty improvement program, this our teachers can be equipped with the latest technologies, as already mentioned. We can improve ourselves and, of course, quality and also the upgradation. The regular upgradation of the teacher quality and the staff quality matters. So definitely, Red Hat Academy initiatives can improve our efficiency as well as our career prospects also. Then here also there are several criteria, 2.3.1, that student-centric methods such as experiential learning, participative learning, and problem-solving methodologies, etc., used for enhanced learning experience. There are 20 points in that, 20 weightage. Then innovation and creativity in teaching learning. Then percentage of teachers using ICT for effective teaching with a learning management system, e-learning resources, etc. Then, of course, the OBE, the program outcome, program-specific outcome, and course outcome, and all those things also can be linked with our Red Hat Academy programs. Then attainment of all these programs also. So in this second criteria, also we have a lot of importance for Red Hat Academy programs. And if you go very systematically and if you evaluate it very systematically, we can definitely include so many areas here also. Then one of the most important area is research, innovation, extension, criteria 3. And many colleges feel that this area is this criteria is one area which colleges may not be able to get maximum marks. And if you see the SSR and if you see the grade, many colleges lack points in this area. But whereas Red Hat, if you have an association with the Red Hat, I'm sure you have a lot of opportunities for that. Then facilities for providing efforts to promote research culture, then serving community through extension. Then very important is tie-up, collaboration, and joint programs. And functional MOUs, industrial tie-ups, student and faculty involvement. This area, definitely Red Hat Academy has got a lot of importance in our colleges and schools for the NAAC accreditation, NIRF ranking, and all those areas. Here also among the key indicators, we have that innovation ecosystem, consultancy, collaboration. All these areas, Red Hat Academy activities can definitely help us in our accreditation process as well as in our ranking process also. And specific criteria we can mention as 322, number of workshops, seminars conducted on industry, academia, innovation practices. Red Hat Academia, people have already mentioned about this area. Then incentives to teachers who receive state, national, and international recognition. This, if our teachers qualify international accreditation or international certification, definitely that can come into this area. Then number of linkage for faculty exchange, student exchange, internship, field trips, on-the-job training, research, etc. That also is an important area. We have 10 weightage in that. Then the number of functional MOUs with institutions of national, international importance, and other universities, industries, of course, all this area. This area also can be covered or can be the Red Hat Academy Association can definitely help us in our accreditation process and also the ranking process. Now, under criteria 4, that infrastructure and learning resources, we have the percentage of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT enabled. This ITC infrastructure is definitely a deciding criteria, and Red Hat Academy can definitely give us a lot of inputs or a lot of support for the improvement of IT infrastructure, and especially in the IT curriculum development and all those things. And also in all the areas, this Red Hat Academy initiatives will be helpful for us. Then under criteria 5, the student support and progression activity, all these student support activities, then student performance, then student enable them to dedicate meaningful experience for learning at the campus, facilitate their holistic development and progression, then student participation in activities, then student progression. Also, if you are better qualified, definitely you have the chances to be admitted in very good institutions. What we consider now is the student progression to higher institutions, not the lower institutions. So such certification will definitely help our students to improve their chances to get into admission to very good colleges, not only in India, even outside also. So this area also can be considered for the Red Hat Academy areas. Then, of course, very important area is seminar, conference, workshops conducted in association with Red Hat or similar agencies. Then startups by students, alumni, and spin-off by teachers, all those things. Then, of course, this alumni, if we have sufficient number of alumni who are qualified Red Hat certified and employed in good companies, definitely that will be a great advantage for the institution to project their achievements and project their placements. Then student participation programs, activities and achievements and awards, and placement initiatives including soft skill, life skill, career skills, time management, image building, personal grooming, all those things will definitely come under their these Red Hat activities also. Then, of course, the alumni association programs. As I told you, the quality of the alumni or the placement of the alumni is very important. If you are better qualified, definitely our alumni will be better placed. So naturally, we'll have a lot of opportunities for our alumni to be certified this Red Hat certification, and through that Red Hat certification, they will be able to get into some very good positions in their career options. We have very two criteria is important, and that 512 is average percentage of students benefited by scholarships, free ships during the last year. Then 5.1.5 is average percentage of students benefited by vocational education training. This can be considered as a vocational training also. Then under criteria 6 is governance, leadership, and management. Of course, is strategy development and deployment, faculty empowerment strategies. All these things are very important for us. Then average number of quality initiatives by IQC for promoting quality culture career. This IQC can initiate similar activities of so that the quality of the teachers, the leadership, all these areas can be enhanced by these activities. Then, of course, criteria 7, we have the best practice, institutional distinctiveness and all. And this activity can be one of the best practices in our colleges, and that can be projected if we have systematically or in a structured manner if it is implemented. Definitely, we can improve the quality of the institution, and that can be the institutional distinctiveness in our institutions. So the criteria is 7.3.1 is describe the institutional performance in one area distinctive to its vision, priority, and thrust. It has 20 points, and if we can frame it in such a way that the Red Hat Academy activities can be projected in this area also. Well, of course, as I mentioned earlier, all these areas, not only NAAC, NIRF, then National Education Policy, then all these outcome-based education. All these, the ultimate objective of NAAC or NIRF or National Education Policy is outcome-based education. The process of outcome-based education implementation consists of broadly 3 phases. That's identification of outcomes, designing the curriculum and teaching learning activities, as well as design of assessment strategies. All these areas, definitely Red Hat Academy programs can influence us or can contribute us in a very big way. That internet learning outcomes, that's more important. Whereas learning activity, what type of learning activity we are choosing, and also the learning process and learning experience, and of course, the assessment strategies. These are very important in the outcome-based education. And outcome-based education, without outcome-based education, we cannot go any further now. So outcome is very important. And with the introduction of the National Education Policy, now it has come to a stage that this the education, the total education program itself is restructured with that 4-year program and with 1 year exit, 2 year exit, 3 year exit, and all those things. The introduction of the ABC, the Academic Credit Bank, the quality of the teacher is important, quality of the program is important, quality of the course is important. So all these things has to be combined together. Then only the outcome will be achieved. Outcome can be achieved. And earlier it was teacher, not teacher oriented only. It was on the overall development of the student, but now it has got more focus, or it is more centralized, or so that we have to focus on the teacher initiative, curriculum initiative, then teaching process, then learning experience. All those things has to be combined together. Then only we can improve our outcome-based education system in our curriculum or in our institution. For that also, I am sure the Red Cross, the Red Hat Academy programs can contribute or can help us in a very big way. And of course, we have to dream it, we have to plan it, and we have to do it in a very systematic way. All these things has to be planned in a very systematic way. Then only we can achieve our objective, and then only we can achieve our dream to become a very comfortable rank in a comfortable accreditation grade in the NAAC and a comfortable ranking in the NIRF, and can definitely go for national education policy objectives maybe in a year, maybe in 2 or 3 years, or at the most in 5 years. Then of course we can do it. If we plan in a very systematic manner, definitely we can do it. Well, that's all I wanted to explain now. Definitely, this area, if we concentrate this area, we can do a lot of things under the banner of Red Hat for the improvement of, for the attainment of NAAC, good NAAC grade, and for the attainment of NIRF grading, and also for the it's a stepping stone for the national to achieve the objectives of the national education policy. So, well, thank you very much for listening, and I'm happy that Dr. Mendes Jacob, my good old friend, and IPSR and St. Joseph's College authorities have organized this program, which is the need of the hour, and I am sure the participants will definitely take a lot of advantage. And as Mr. Ramesh Padmanabhan has pointed out, it has got a lot of outcomes. So definitely we have to think about this, and we can go in a very effective manner in the years to come. Thank you.